Welcome to the Owner's Box. I'm Vince J.
I'm B. Scott.
And we are back on the Owner's Box as we are every Tuesday.
Right here.
And at the cool room.
Right here.
That's right, we always are.
It's in that place.
Well, let's get on into the show and talk a little bit about what's going on. It's week number 13.
Lucky or unlucky?
It's a little bit, it's going to be unlucky for, I think, for one of those undefeated teams this week.
So you saying Tennessee taking out Indianapolis?
Oh, I think it could be a possibility.
You know, I tell you what, and I'm going to be on the flip side of that.
I said could be.
I've learned a long time ago, don't bet against Peyton Manning. Ooh. You watched the game a couple of weeks ago. He just did the same thing. It was another hot team that went through, and they kind of hit a little skid since then. I think that Peyton Manning took the wind out of the sails of New England, and then the bubble was definitely burst last night by Drew Brees.
Oh, wow, wow. What an amazing game.
5 touchdowns. Which
leads me right into my hot read right here. My hot read is your boy, Bill Belichick. What is going on with this guy? Well, this guy is really a smug bastard. I kind of don't like this guy. I really don't, because he does he does not want to shake nobody's hands. He wants to pull his whole team off when they.
So you say he get what he deserves?
Oh yeah.
You say I say it's bittersweet. You know, outside of his smug bastardness, if that is a word, I'm gonna call it.
Okay.
You heard it here first. I'm looking off for all royalties. Now, taking that into consideration, he is one of the greatest minds that we've actually seen. The strategic way that he can play in a game, I'll give him that. But again, like you said, all the different things and how he does and goes through, especially the whole little cheating thing. As smug as he was during that, and the arrogance that he had during that whole era, kind of taints his the Super Bowls. But he was definitely, hands down, the team of the decade.
Well, I mean, you might say that, but see, now he's gonna get a little taste of his own medicine.
Changing the guard?
Exactly. As we go into the 2010 and beyond, look out for the Saints. I hate to say it right now, but the Saints could be that team.
So the Saints ain't what they used to be.
No, oh no. Because let's look at the head coaches a little bit. When Belichick finally came into the league he had been a head coach, left, came back. When he came back, he got his mind right.
Okay.
And he brought in a bunch of no names.
Okay.
He had one quarterback.
Okay.
And then you start to see them win games a team. As a team.
Role players.
Aren't we seeing that exact same thing happen over in the Saints? They got a quarterback. Yeah. They got about 12 running backs, 15 wide receivers.
16,
your grandmama and them is catching balls over there.
5 tight ends.
Everybody. You know, you can throw in the water boy and he'll make a touchdown.
But then what about the acquisitions they got? It's not even fair what they did in the secondary.
Oh, no. Oh, I mean, that's
not even fair.
That's just cheating, isn't it?
They
just brought in some serious number one.
They brought the heat.
Yeah, they did. So now, what you got going on with Vince Young and the guys?
Vince Young, definitely Tennessee. Everything about Tennessee right now is rolling. They are arguably one of the hottest teams in the NFL. You can't talk about New Orleans. You can't talk about Minnesota. Can't even talk about Indianapolis because they've been hot from the beginning to the end.
Right.
Think about the teams that were also there, the Giants that are gone. We're talking about Arizona, they're gone. Pittsburgh's on the bubble. I mean, all of these teams that you're talking about that were the teams. But now, start off 0-6, 5-game winning streak in Tennessee. Don't forget about San Diego. They're also one of those teams that's been on there. These are the hot reads that I actually had. And I like Noshawn Marino is definitely a hot read.
Okay.
Ricky Williams. Slightly 300-yard games back-to-back without his counterpart.
Right.
So he's carrying the load.
That dude's like 35, 38, 50 years old and still killing it.
I wonder what it is he's keeping young.
Woo! We don't have to say anything about that, man.
Right.
So let's move on into our must-starts this week. The must-starts I'm going to go with is Thomas Jones. Miles Austin this week. I know I took him off last week.
Wow.
He lit me up.
Who saw that coming?
Whatever. So I'm going to go with Tony Romo, Steven Jackson, Tom Brady, Randy Moss, Donovan McNabb.
Usual suspects for me. I got Drew Brees, Peyton Manning in that shootout. The shootout that they're going to have this week. Definitely go with Chris Johnson, AP, D'Angelo Williams. I'm going to throw him out there. And also Andre Johnson. We ain't talking about him much, but
I had him this week, but okay, I'll go with him. I'll go with him this week. Ricky Williams, as we said, Fred Jackson, as we had talked about a little bit. That whole Cincinnati team. I'm going to go with Ocho Cinco and
all 85
Palmer, Palmer and the whole gang. Vernon Davis, yo boy.
Yeah,
we'll pick him on up. Richard Mendenhall is going to have an amazing game this week, too.
Yeah, okay, definitely. And I'm going to throw Reggie Wayne in there because Peyton's got to throw the ball to somebody. Garcon.
Yeah, he's coming back. Ray Rice?
Ray Rice, you definitely got to put him in. Baltimore
Ray
is coming
Rice.
through. Now, if that secondary in Baltimore do something, then, you know, Baltimore may be a team to talk about to be a little spoiler coming up into the playoffs.
That might be true. We talked a little bit about that.
Right.
And how deep the AFC East or
It's
whatever it
crazy
is might go.
The AFC as a whole, you can flip a coin with those teams. Yeah, Indianapolis is undefeated, but we already know how they kind of tank and taper off at this point. Are they going to follow that same pattern? Are they going to allow one of these other two hot teams, San Diego or Tennessee, to slide up in them? But, I mean, you can't forget about what's going on over it. I mean, there's still Pittsburgh is still on the bubble, but they're still a dangerous team because, remember, this is how they got there in the first place.
That's true.
They earned their way through it. It's a steel town. There's a blue-collar workers.
We're going to see how it works out.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and talk about some of these scrubs for your club,
Yeah,
okay?
rubber dub.
Justin Fargas. I know I'm gonna say his name. People are gonna say woo, but he has quietly been getting points. Okay, Correll Buckholter, Jarius Norwood, and I think is gonna start depending on what's gonna happen with Michael Turner right here in Atlanta. Okay.
Okay.
Josh Freeman, somebody that you wanted to talk about,
Definitely.
and I'm gonna also say Bernard Scott.
Bernard Scott. I definitely agree with that. Josh Freeman was one that I was looking at. Chris Redmond was one that I was thinking about filling in for Matt Ryan.
Right.
Get well, Matty Nice, right here in the ATL. What you going to do? You got to put the team back together. But how about that pass? I mean, that shows some poise on Redmond's part.
Wow.
So he definitely became a scrub for my club.
Okay.
You know, Lettuce and Tomato LT up there. The Tyrannosaurus T.O. stretched his arms out, caught a few balls.
Got him 96 yards.
He got him a TD.
Finally,
so,
right?
Kenny Britt, we talked about him.
Yes, we did.
And also Matt Liner, depending on what happens out there in Arizona. With, you know, Kurt said he wants to play, but Kurt don't even know today is Tuesday. You know, concussion and all this stuff have you thinking all kind of things. So we'll see.
Speaking of that, we might as well say something to the honey. She's on the list this week too. She's doubtful.
See, that's why I'm juggling these things, is because the injury report should have been out and I've been able to know whether he's going to start or how close or probable. But right now, I'm not even going to say the honey. She's suspect.
Oh, she's not even going to say doubtful. Oh my God.
Got mad love for you. You know, I got that big hug for you when you come back.
Nothing but love for you, baby. Okay, start him or sit him. The Atlanta defense.
Atlanta defense this week, I'm going to have to sit him.
Okay. My boy, Roddy White.
Roddy Dottie. I would start Roddy this week.
Okay. I better pass on that one. Chris Chambers.
Chris Chambers is definitely going to be a start.
Okay, good. I'm going to start him as well. Marshawn Lynch.
Get off the bench.
Staying on the bench for me. Braylon Edwards. He was hot. Where'd he go?
He went with his quarterback.
Wow. Did they go for dinner or something?
Yeah, it'd be different if he threw the ball to himself, but hey, have a seat.
Hushmanzada.
Went to the wrong team.
Oh, didn't he really? Sit him too. Steve Slayton?
Steve Slayton, I'm going to have to sit him this week. I'm going to sit Slayton this week.
Okay, I might start him this week, actually. Beanie Wells. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Not just Beanie Wells. I'm going to say both. Beanie Wells and Hightower.
You know, since it's a two-headed monster, maybe one of them will break free. So as a twosome, I'm going to say start him.
Okay. Last guy I'm going to say, and this is your boy, it's going to hurt you. Devin Hester.
Sit him.
I say sit him. Cut him. He's not doing nothing.
Cut. He's done.
All right, guys. Speaking of cut, that's it for us. I'm Vince J.
I'm B. Scott.
And we are here at the Owner's Box. Peace out, y'all.
Have a good one. That was good
right there.
That was good.